Hi, I'm Tix. I'm a 37-year-old UGC creator, part-time online English teacher, and a mum. So one of the things that made me sign up to Kiara's course, which was about 6 weeks ago now, was the fact that I felt so overwhelmed by all the many different things that I had to do, trying to juggle all these three parts of my life and just being overrun by emotion, just having these different labels that I had to live up to and feeling burnt out, overwhelmed, feeling like I wasn't good enough, and just feeling really depressed and having no energy to do anything at all. And that turned into me just not being able to grow my business because I was running off emotion. So I felt like I didn't have the energy, or I didn't want to film content, and my content wasn't good enough, and constantly questioning myself when I was doing that kind of stuff, and just constantly thinking about the 50 million other things that I had to do, and just feeling exhausted from being a mom and doing stuff at home and trying to teach English and trying to do all these different things and trying to edit my content at night and not really having any strategies and things. So that would lead to me not really being able to put the time and energy into my business that I wanted to put into it. And I wasn't taking any time for myself either. I had really bad sort of habits for myself. I was just trying to catch naps whenever I could in between work and things like that, and then not having energy to play with my daughter because I was focusing more on like chores at home instead of just being present with her, and not doing any exercise, not putting any mindfulness practices or anything like that, eating really badly, just trying to do things off the cuff and just trying to get through the day as opposed to really thinking about it. And that wasn't helping me at all, obviously. So I started speaking to Kiara, and one of the things I was really skeptical about going into this was I've never spoken to Kiara ever before. I had followed her on socials for a long time, so I was really interested and intrigued with her acne journey and how she was growing her confidence and growing her business and turning up on camera with no makeup and stuff like that, because I am the same. I'm a content creator and I didn't want to show up on camera because I had no makeup and I was really down about my skin and I had no confidence. So I booked in a call with her, and I just kind of thought, how is this person who I've never spoken to going to understand some of the things that I've gone through? I know that we both have acne, but some of the other things that we're going to discuss are different. So how is she going to understand and give me the strategies and things that are going to help me to grow my own confidence? And I remember coming off the call and just being so impressed. It felt like I'd known her for years, and just the way she was able to explain how I had come to some of these emotions through some of my life experiences and some of the strategies she was telling me that we were going to try and put in place in order to move past them. And I just was so impressed because I thought, how have I just met this person and they're able to pick up so much about me? And I didn't want to dread the process, like going through past trauma and talking about it and all of that stuff. And it hasn't been like that at all. It's actually been nice to talk about some of the stuff that has happened in my past, but to acknowledge it and be able to understand how I can move past it and use some of those strategies, which I will do for the rest of my life with other things that happen as well and crop up. And through this whole process, I've now been able to carve out real time for myself and just take a break for myself when I need to, and understand that I am important. I deserve to take a break when I need to. So putting in mindfulness practices, doing more exercise, going swimming when I want to, doing reading, not having to do the chores at a certain date or time, just being able to just understand that I can be present in that moment and just play with my 5-year-old, or just do some painting or colouring or whatever it is that I want to do, and just understand that that's for me, and that is time that is well spent. That is investing time in myself to just be. And that is really, really important for me, because if I don't do that, then I feel like I have really low self-confidence. I don't feel like I have the time to spend on myself, and then that transcends into work. On those days where I don't want to film, I understand now that I need to take a break. I don't have to do it all in one day, and I can push that back. And when I do push it back, it runs so much more smoothly. The editing process, the filming process, and the quality of the work is so much better now. And I've actually been able to land a couple of brand deals with some dream clients towards the end of this year, which I never thought would happen. And that is testament to the fact that I have been putting these things in place and being able to go to more social events and things. I'm really not a sociable person. I really struggle at networking and talking to people, and I feel like a massive weirdo and I feel like people are going to judge me. But understanding that people who are there also have those same anxieties, but also I've been invited to these brand events, so I must be deserving of being in these networking opportunities and these brand events. I'm doing something right. So, just having an understanding that I deserve to be there and I can just turn up as myself and kind of break down those boundaries. And I've been able to make some really lovely connections at the last couple of events that I've been to, and also just with family and friends, just understanding that they're not constantly judging me all the time, and just being able to develop those relationships as well has been so nice. So I would say that if you are someone who is lacking confidence, or you feel like you're juggling so many different things and you need to find some balance in your life, in terms of your business or your family life or whatever it is that you're doing, I would definitely say check this course out, book in that call with Kiara and see whether this is right for you, because the progress I've made in 6 short weeks has been astounding. I just cannot tell you enough about it, to be honest. And I cannot wait to see where we go from here. I cannot wait to, in 2026, take my business to the next level. Just be able to take that time out for myself, but also really be present in my family life and relationships and not feel guilty about it, and be able to kind of just be, available for my daughter and my partner and my mom or my dad or my sister. But also going to more in-person events, whether that's more social events or whether that's just going out and meeting more people and just putting myself out there. I get so much more out of it when not only I put myself out there and I feel confident in myself, but also making those connections with other people is just so important to me now. So yeah, if you are thinking about developing your confidence or growing confidence, take that time and energy to invest in yourself. You really won't regret it.